Ukraine launched hundreds of drones today, targeting more than a dozen Russian regions, including Moscow. An oil refinery was struck, and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy is saying that the attacks were justified, with Russia launching ballistic missiles on Ukraine's capital earlier this week. ABC's Rena Roy has the latest.
A barrage of attacks in Russia's capital today. Ukrainian President Zelenskyy saying Ukraine launched hundreds of drones, targeting more than a dozen Russian regions, including Moscow. A major oil refinery there hit for the second time this week. Plumes of black smoke seen in the air. Russia says this was one of the largest drone attacks of the year, claiming its air defenses intercepted more than 500 drones across the country overnight. But debris still managed to hit the refinery. At least 17 people in Moscow injured. This video posted online shows a drone flying over the refinery and being intercepted by Russian air defense, tumbling down onto a nearby building and exploding again. Zelenskyy called this a fully justified attack after Russia unleashed ballistic missiles on Kyiv this week. He said this morning, if Ukraine burns, Moscow burns. Ukraine's long-range strikes escalating in recent weeks as a means to push Moscow toward diplomacy. Russia also targeting Ukraine overnight with missiles and more than 200 drones, according to the Ukrainian army. The attacks happening just hours before defense ministers of NATO states gathered in Belgium for a summit where Ukraine's security will be discussed.
Ukrainians are holding their lines even in the face of sustained Russian assaults. We said it could be done, that our allies could lead, and that it would be consistent with Ukraine's defense.
Russia says in response it's launched a drone and missile attack against fuel and energy facilities used by the Ukrainian army. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.